Hey everybody, it's Scott Steen with winnersandwhiners.com coming to you from the C-Dub studio on the expansive first floor of the Winners and Whiners Sports and Entertainment Complex to bring you today's Deep-3. As always, if you would be so kind, if you're finding value, if you're having a good time reading the pics, watching the videos, hanging out in the comment section, give us that thumbs up. Let us know that we're doing a good job. And of course, if you haven't done so already, make sure that you subscribe to our channel. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell them this is the place to be right here on the Winners and Whiners YouTube channel. Give us that sub if you would, please. And of course, check us out social media, Winners and Whiners, over there at on the Twitters and Facebook as well. Of course, let us know what you're playing today in the comment section. Whatever it is, if it's soccer, if it's tennis, Korean baseball, we don't care. Whatever you're on, you let us know, and we will give you the appropriate shout out when you get those picks right. You get enough picks right, you're going to be the capper of the day. If you're the capper of the day enough times in a row, you're going to go home with a free shirt. How about that? C-Dub going for the shirt today as the number right now is 3 victories. Did he get there? I can tell you right now, he had a pretty good day. Did anybody knock him off his perch? You're going to have to hang in there and find out. We'll let you know in just a little while. Meanwhile, you've got to stop by our websites, winnersandwhiners.com and statsalt.com. Yeah, you got to. If you're handicapping your own games, I know you're going to find that an invaluable resource for yourself. So make sure you stop by. Check out all the great content of those 2 sites. For all of you New Jersey folks, check out pointsbet.com. And they've got some fantastic specials, including your first 2 bets absolutely free, risk-free on your first 2 bets up to $1,000. What could be better? That's exactly the kind of thing that I need as I continue to back teams like Detroit. So whatever it is, stop by PointsBet, check that out, and there you go. So let's go on. Quick recap of yesterday's action. Man, we got the Mets to come from behind. They did their thing. Oh, Detroit. Yeah, see what happens. That's what happens when you trade away your closer. You know what happens? They can't close games. Shane Green no longer there. I know they lost it, but they let it tie before the 9th. But just kind of a depleted bullpen there. Tigers had a 4-2 lead, couldn't hold it, lose it in extras, and man, our doggy style long shot of the day. That number was up to in the 300 range, plus 300 for whoever played the Phillies, the White Sox, and my golly, just about got it done. They were 2 down going to the 9th. They scored 1. They had the tying run on 3rd. They had the go-ahead run on 1st, and they just could not get it done. Just absolutely dreadful there. So 1-2 we go, so close, so very close. But we go 1-2 on the day with a couple of hard luck beats. And when on the premium side, we did a little bit better. We did 2-0 once again as the premium picks continue to roll along. As Kansas City, Minnesota went over 10.5, and the Oakland Athletics took care of their business there against the St. Louis Cardinals with Mike Fiers on the mound. As I tell everybody to listen, one of the most underrated pitchers of the season. He continued to just go out there and do it again. So 3-3 overall, not a bad day at all. We'll take it. And most importantly, let's see what we got on tap for today. Hey man, we're going back to the well on that Phillies White Sox game. It's going to be a little bit different though, as Reynaldo Lopez goes for the Sox against Drew Smyly. He's definitely been Smyly since his trade over there to the Philadelphia Phillies from the Texas Rangers. He is absolutely this year's Cole Hamels. What I'm looking at here is the White Sox team total under 4.5. We're going to ride the new and improved Drew Smyly right here. And the Sox, we're also going to play against the Sox horrible offense. The White Sox, they average just 4.08 runs per game. That is second worst in the American League, and it's even worse lately as they have averaged just 2.2 runs per game over their last 10. Over their last 14 games, they have scored more than 4 runs just twice. They do hit lefties well. They average 4.7 runs per game against lefties. But here's the deal. They're in the American League Central. They see a lot of shitty southpaws. Smiley, he's, I think, on a little different plane right now. I think Philadelphia Phillies had an idea on how to fix him, and I think that's exactly what they did. You've got to watch those trade deals. Sometimes it's the guys that you think are somebody else's cast off, somebody's trash, that one team gets. They've got an idea how to fix them. They've had their pitching coach watching film, and if they could just get this guy, they would know how to turn him around. And so far, it looks like that's what they've done with Drew Smiley. Houston, they did it. Looks like they've done it with Aaron Sanchez. So yeah, keep an eye on Smiley, and we're going to back him one more time. He's been impressive since the trade. He's done all the things right. He hasn't been doing it with mirrors. He's cut his walk rate in half, and he has increased his swing and miss rate, or his whiff rate, by 40%. He's gone from 10% to 14% as far as swing and miss goes, and that, my friends, is quite impressive. Now, it is a small sample size, just 2 games. We'll have to stay tuned. But for now, Smiley looks good, and we're going to ride him once again right here as the White Sox continue to struggle offensively. And we're going to do it doggy style. We're doing it doggy style once again as we take a look at the battle for Florida there as the Florida Marlins, the Miami Marlins, travel across the state there to take on the Tampa Bay Rays. Caleb Smith goes for the fish against Yanni Chirinos for the Tampa Bay Rays. Marlins catching $1.50 here, plus 150, getting 3-2 on your hard-earned money. Both of these teams have been playing pretty well as of late. They are entering yesterday's action where Tampa Bay won. They were both 6-3 going in of their last 9. But we're going to ride the hotter pitcher right here. Caleb Smith has been very good. .97 whip over his last 5. And in those 5 contests, Miami is 5-0. That's pretty impressive for a team that wins as little as Miami does. Meanwhile, Yanni Chirinos has been fading a little bit down the stretch. Great start, but he has been fading just a little bit. And over his last 3, he has been really bad with a 7.98 ERA and a 1.91 whip over his last 3 contests. The Rays, well, they haven't helped him out much at all over his last 11 games. The Rays, just 3-8 in those 11 contests. I think the Marlins sneak one out here. Give me the fish plus 150. And finally, we're finishing up in the National League West there in Rocky Mountain High. There's the New York Giants. My goodness, somebody's old. The San Francisco Giants. Not even I remember the New York Giants. The San Francisco Giants plus 125 against the Rocks. Tyler Beede goes for the Giants against Kyle Freeland for the Colorado Rockies. We like the Giants right here, man. Plus 125. This is a complete and total fade of Kyle Freeland. He has been terrible all year long. He's got a 7.48 ERA on the season. He's been worse at home with a 10.21 ERA. And he's been even worse lately with a 10.94 ERA and a 2.20 whip over his last 7. Not surprisingly, in those 7 games, Colorado is just 1-6. Meanwhile, San Francisco playing pretty good ball against the Rockies. They are 11-5 this season. Now, Tyler Beede, make no mistake, he isn't great, and this very well could turn into a slugfest. However, I think the Giants get more early, and then they let the pen that is actually one of the better pens in the National League, certainly better than Colorado. They let their pen take over, as Rex Hudler, colorman for the Royals, used to say, the pen for the win. So give us the San Francisco Giants plus 125. Hey, give us those Miami Marlins plus 150. And how about those Chicago White Sox? Team total under 4.5 at the end of those 3 games. You guys, we can pick up some value tickets right there. We'll pick them up. We'll head back to the window. All right, let's take a quick look at the shout-outs. While we're doing that, we'll get the premium plays up. Once again, we are 4-2 for the month of August. And just to illustrate our hot streak, we're still hot, baby. 32-17 and uno since the All-Star break. That is since July 9th. So we're closing in on a month of heatness. So if you want to get yourself some premium picks, we had somebody ask the other day how you go about doing that. Simply just follow that link, copy and paste. That's not a live link. You have to copy and paste that link or just head over to Winners and Winers, click on the premium tab, and we'll get y'all hooked up. And we just did a little price, we're running a little special here with football season coming up. So we're doing a little early bird special. So if you're interested in that, please check out our premium picks. All right, kids. And let's take a look at the shout out, shall we? Big day today. C-Dub going for his three-peat to get his second shirt so far, man. Did he do it? Well, let's find out. First of all, we have the McCarrot. We have Mad Carrot is angry. And, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know I don't know how he did on his tennis. I don't know if he's angry today or not. He let us know that yesterday he went 11-9 in soccer, 7-4 in tennis, and 1-2 in baseball. He went 0-2 in the WNBA. Coming out real quick, that looks like 18-13, 19-15. Looks like 19-17, 20-17 on the day. He says 2017, don't get it done. Said he worked 12 hours for $92. Said that's sad. And then C-Dub rightly said, I would say that's good. Anything over a push, I'm happy with. Said $100 better at plus 92. Doing quick math comes out a little better than $30K a year. Bet most of us would take that. I think you're absolutely right, C-Dub. A winning day is a winning day, my friend. The Carrot wanted to know that he blamed it all on the Doobie Brothers as they played that This Is It song. And I don't know if that's a jinx or not, but it certainly is a terrible song, as I hate everything that Michael McDonald ever did with the Doobie Brothers. So anyway, yeah, just... And yeah, it sounds like the Carrot might be a little bit superstitious. And he did have a nice shout out to C-Dub. He said if anybody likes a little lower volume soccer, I highly recommend C-Dub. And it's funny that he would say the guy doing like 10 picks a day. That's the low volume guy. So, real nice shout out for C-Dub. He said he really knows his shit. And Matt Carrot says, I'm really high volume. So I gave my total for here. So my actual total was 42, 22, and 2 for the day. He's going to try to give his best 10 always. And he said he wants everybody making bank. Absolutely. He said, I'm going to average my lines out for you, which really was a huge help, dude. That was fantastic. So today he gave us his 10 best, and yeah, he did okay. He didn't have the profitable day that he was looking for, but not too bad to get squeezed for a little bit of the carrot juice there. So that's he said he's a day trader, man. He says high volume is in his blood, and keep at it, brother. Keep at it, and very, very nicely done. So yeah, not a terrible day. Mikey Butler. Mike said said blessings to me and my family and the whole family of Cappers. Always appreciated Mike. Mike had a rough day. He was on some unders that didn't come through. Diamondbacks in Atlanta had the Boston Red Sox there to get it done. They did nada. That team maybe put a fork in them getting close, at least for the division championship. And he had the San Francisco under 11, and that one ended up pushing. So C-Dub had a fine day. C-Dub went 7-3 on his soccer picks over there. A lot of them from the English League, and 7-3 plus 335. Not a bad day at all. G&G said instead of going to a Texas barbecue, I ran into a freaking tornado. Absolutely. Said we're going to get it back today, and he got off to a pretty good start. He took the Edmonton-Calgary game under 53.5. That paid off well. And then a harbinger of things to come. G&G, he had Cuba in the Dominican Republic. He had Cuba minus 120. It's a 1-1 game going to extra innings. Cuba puts up 8 runs in the top of the 10th, take a lead 9-1. You know where this is headed. The Dominican Republic at the bottom of the 10th, well, they just put up 9. They win that game 10-9. That, I don't know, man. In the world of bad beats, that one may stand alone. That is awful, my friends. And then he did better. He had Canada in the Pan American Games. Canada took care of business there. In that first Yankees game, he had the over 9.5. He also had the Yankees team total over 4.5. Those both hit. He had the had the Astros run line. That was no problem as they threw a combined no-hitter. But he also had the Texas run line as well. And, not to be and he played a lot of alternative lines. He played the 1.5 run line with those two. He played the 2.5 run line. He played the 3.5 run line. And again, Houston took care of their business. Texas, not so much. So at the end of the day, when the smoke is cleared, there as I can figure, G&G goes 4-4 and makes $5. All right. Again, there's a lot of people out there be happy with a profit, so I never make fun of any profit. Barham Dog Jenkins, the dog, he had the Atlanta take care of business in the first 5. Had the Cubs in the first 5, and that was about it. As he had a couple other first 5s that didn't pan out, and he also had the Las Vegas Aces, a heartbreaker, -5.5. They win by 5. Michael Suma. Michael Suma said had some stats about Matthew Boyd and the Tigers. Said Boyd's 0-6 against Texas, and said Adrian Sampson's last 3 were on the road. Said he's 10 times better at home. Well, not 10 times better, but he was much better at home. However, this game played out pretty close to how I predicted it. Boyd did a pretty good job. He gave up 2 runs in 5 2/3. Sampson gave up. I want to say he gave up 4 runs in 5 innings, right in that neighborhood. So, you know what? Sometimes, but here's the bottom line. Even though I kind of feel vindicated that the pitchers kind of did their thing, at the end of the day, Michael Suma ends up being right. All right, and I end up being not correct. So I told you, Michael, if you hit it, I'd give you the shout out, and I absolutely will. That was a good call on that one. Glad you got to cash that ticket. And Michael Suma goes 1-0 plus 100. Nice job, my friend. I will never give anybody grief that fades me, especially if you lay out a good reason for it. Again, just a one man's opinion. Love to hear everybody else's. So there you go, Michael. Well done. Ninja 13 says, "Call me crazy." Says my underdog pick of the day, Chicago White Sox on the run line plus 1.5. Still getting plus 140. Hey, dude, you may be crazy, but you made a pretty good pick right there. That one cashed plus 140 as they scored that one in the 9th for you. He also got down on the Cubs, but missed out on the Tigers and laid a little wood on Steven Strasburg and the Nationals. Holy shit! Did they get curb stomped by the Arizona Diamondbacks? The Ninja goes 2-2, and it looks like he made $4 on the day. So you know what? Beats getting squeezed for the juice. Christopher W. started off. He had the Mets, and he had the couple other unders out there on the West Coast that didn't pan out, and he had a little stab at a Kansas City Chicago White Sox parlay, 9.5 to 1. Why not? They Royals were actually tied in that game early. They came back. They were down 2-0. They came back and tied it, and then not so much. So, and the White Sox, we talked about them. So anyway, profitable cappers for the day: Ninja plus 4, Michael Suma plus 100, G&G plus 5. But you know him, you love him. He's our capper of the day, everybody. It's C-Dub going 7-3 on the day, plus 335. C-Dub with your brand new shirt, my friend. You are our capper of the day. Congratulations. And now you got to get 4 in a row. C-Dub has set the bar high, my friends. And no, if you win tomorrow, that doesn't count. You're going to have to start a new streak. Sorry. My contest, my rules. But whoever goes 4 in a row, you're going to be walking off with a brand new shirt. Congratulations to C-Dub. Congratulations to all you guys. Fantastic cappers. Carrot, keep it coming, brother. I love your stream of consciousness. I know we didn't put them all in there, but I love reading. I read each and every one of them. I try to comment on most of them. So keep it coming. And you guys are all great. Have a great weekend. Let's finish strong, all right? Let's cash some tickets. Let's do our thing. And we'll meet back here, and tomorrow we'll talk all about it. We'll bitch about our bad beats. Looking at you, G&G. And then we'll brag about our fat stacks. All right? You guys have a great Sunday. Enjoy the day, and we'll talk to you later. Take care.